This is episode 107 of Family Life Mornings. We're a morning radio show hosted by Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. Our podcast, a weekly look at the moments you might have missed.
Mentally sharp people play board games, and Steve doesn't.
Find out more about what we do at familylife.org.
The most fun way to start your day.
Family Life Mornings.
Well, there is a new sensational snack, some people are calling it, that a lot of people are eating. I don't know that I would go that far to call it sensational, but chances are you have eaten not necessarily this, but the ingredients. In fact, you probably have them in your house right now. You just have never put them together.
Okay.
But if you do put them together, you will find yourself chomping down on a snickle. I don't know if you've ever had a snickle before.
It's fun to say, anyway.
What you do is you take a big pickle and cut it in half,
Right.
and then hollow out the sides.
Yeah.
And then you take a Snickers bar and you put it in the middle of it. They call it the snickle. I think it's a really sweet dill, if you ask me. But
Sweet
anyhow,
dill.
I don't know that I would even try this, to be honest with you.
I feel like I'm at the state fair or something.
It's just, deep fry it and put it on a stick, and there you go.
Exactly. But, wait a minute. I'm just trying to, Randy, you're a big Kit Kat fan, right?
I love Kit Kats.
Okay, I'm just experimenting now in the kitchen. You take a Kit Kat bar and you take another condiment like a pickle. Okay, how about this? The Kit Ketchup. Kit Kat with ketchup. And it's the Kit Ketchup.
No.
See,
No.
Let's just eat all the food separately, okay?
makes the snickle sound a lot better, though, doesn't it?
Are you just starting your day? Well, so are we. It's Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life Mornings.
If I'm recalling correctly, Randy, about you, you love board games, right? You love
yeah. With my family, we really get into playing games.
Terese, you and the family, board games?
We're a little competitive, so we sometimes have to say, I don't know, today maybe is not a good day.
Okay, well, Randy, I have really good news for you, Randy, because according to officials who keep track of these such things, people who play board games, that keeps you for later in years. And, Randy, you're not in later in years yet, but you'll get there eventually.
I'm getting close.
You're getting closer, step by step, every day. It keeps you very sharp mentally. Mentally, you are sharp the more board games you play. So that
well,
is
then,
really...
Steve, you must play board games all the time.
Oh, that was so nice, Randy. That was so kind.
Well, it was kind. If I did, I don't like board games at all. Does that?
So maybe it wasn't kind. Was that sarcastic, Randy?
It wasn't meant to be.
Mentally sharp people play board games, and Steve doesn't.
They're here to wake you up, pick you up, and lift you up. Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life. A friend you can turn to.
Social media got very active in one neighborhood the other evening. One resident posting, "This car has been circling 7 times in the past 10 minutes. Should I call the police?" One neighbor suggested you should take your phone and show the people in the car that you're recording them. And still another said, "Yes, this car was doing the same thing yesterday. Perhaps go out to your mailbox and have a good look at them and get the plate number. Cops may as well check them out." Well, Karina was mortified because she was the one driving the car and she saw all of the social media posts. No, she posted, "It's me." And she gave her address, which was in the neighborhood, and then explained she was trying to get her 2-month-old to sleep. You know, a lot of parents do that. They
I
put
used to
the
do
kid
it every
in the
night.
car. Well, everybody then relaxed and realized that the vehicle wasn't casing out the neighborhood, perhaps to kidnap somebody. It was just a kidnapping.
We know you have lots of choices. Thank you for picking Family Life Mornings.
Well, the new water tower looks good. A fresh coat of paint and just a little typo. The town is Plover, Wisconsin. Okay. But the tower says, "Welcome to Plovdiv." The V and the O are interchanged, and so there's a big typo up there. Now it can be fixed. They just have to paint over it and do it again. Just a mistake. But I wanted to encourage you today. If you get to work, it's a Monday, you make a mistake, you're not the only one, and hopefully it's not something everyone can see.
God gives us each new morning. We give you the encouragement to get through it. This is Family Life.
Well, after this guy was out in the yard for a long time, maybe his wife said, well done. He came back in and just sweating and he goes, that's a record. And she says, well, that's right. You were outside for about 2.5 hours in the yard. That is a long time. And he goes, no. 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 6 seconds to be exact. I set the record. Balancing a 2-pound, 3-ounce garden hoe on my head. I was out there.
A garden hoe
on his head for Jim. She must have been
Why?
That had to hurt.
Well, she must have been so proud. She's like,
I
probably
don't
wondering,
think so.
When's the artwork going to get done?
Right, exactly. The weeds are still out there? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, hello there, sunshine. Welcome to Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy.
Lewis cleans houses on the side as a way to make some extra income. And last month, he picked up a new client as word spread about how great of a job he did in his cleaning. A friend's coworker texted him his address, told him a key was under the mat, and he could use that to get inside the house. Well, Lewis drove to the house, found the key, and he spent 2.5 hours scrubbing and cleaning. When he had finished, he started playing with the 2 cats for a minute, and his cell phone rang. His friend's coworker was calling to ask if Lewis had gotten a chance to clean his house. And Lewis said, yeah, as a matter of fact, I just finished, and I'm literally in your living room right now playing with your cats and waiting for you to walk in. Well, there was silence for a moment on the other end,
boy.
and finally he said, Lewis, I don't have any cats.
Wrong house.
Turns out Lewis wrote down the wrong house number, missed it by 1. The house he was supposed to be cleaning was next door. And word quickly spread, and Lewis picked up the name The Cleaning Fairy because he pops into your house unexpectedly and cleans everything up. But he's actually grown his business now. More and more people want him to break into their house, quote unquote, to go ahead and clean it.
I've never left a key under the mat, but I might start just on the off chance that somebody could come by and clean it when I'm not home. Like, what are the chances, right?
Worth a try. Worth a try.
You'll always wake up on the right side of the bed when you start your day with Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
So if you've got a kiddo going to school for the first time this fall, or maybe going back to school for the first time in a while, here's something for you to practice this summer. Lunch.
Oh, I love practicing lunch.
It's like one of your favorite things, right?
That was my favorite course.
Right. It's been a while. So pack a lunch like you would on a school day. Make sure that your child can open everything. That's one of the challenges that kindergarten and first grade teachers have, is kids need so much help. Set a timer, and when that lunch period would be over, it's okay if everything's not finished. Teach them how to separate their trash from what needs to go home, and how to pack up their lunchbox and bring it back to you. Because, going back to school is going to be a big change. And, practicing lunch builds a little confidence.
Now, Randy, our kids are older. But you still want to practice lunch anyway today? Come on, let's go.
Absolutely, Steve. I'm going to go get those brown paper bags right now.
You know we're friends because we're already on a first-name basis. It's Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy from Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
They say it's one of the most annoying sounds at work. And no, it's not my voice, Randy. But for people who...
Did I say that?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. But for people who work in shipping facilities or order packing facilities, or maybe even the post office, this sound over and over all day. Oh, those packing tape guns, they say, are so annoying. And so someone has invented silent tape now. And I don't know, I'm just a big fan of anything that makes the world a quieter place. And if anybody I work with has the idea of using that silent tape dispenser over my mouth.
Nutritious and delicious.
Just like Fruit Loops. This is Family Life Mornings.
Check our temporary eternal meter this morning. See how it's going. Yeah, see if
okay.
it's leaning more toward temporary or eternal. We'll check this one out. What is this Picasso doing in my closet? It happened in Maine. Guy didn't even know it. There was a Picasso drawing all stored in his closet until somebody found it. And that gets to be pretty powerful and very, worth a little bit of money, $150,000. But it wasn't worth anything just sitting in his closet because nobody knew about it, right? Just sitting there. What could be really valuable that you could just have sitting around your house, but you don't really think about it much? Maybe it's in your bookcase. Could be sitting there on your coffee table. But it's not really doing any good unless you use it for something. The Bible, full of wisdom. The Bible even tells us the wisdom found in that Bible is worth more than silver, more profitable than gold. But if it's just sitting there, you don't think it's worth much because that means your temporary meter is flashing right there, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to the eternal meter, which when you find that wisdom in that Word of God, that's worth more, much more than $150,000 or silver or gold. Ooh, that's the eternal meter lighting up.
They're morning people because they love mornings and people.
It's Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life Mornings.